Hello and welcome to a brand new video here on my channel. We are back today with Love Island the Game 2 Season 4 and this is episode 27. I didn't practice that. That was my first intro. Are you all proud of me? I'm proud of me. I hope you enjoyed the last part. I hope you enjoyed the background and the new mic and all the setup. I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. But I'm going to be continuing with this part today. In the last part, spoiler alert, Juliet has started picking on us. And do you know what, Juliet? I don't care. You can pick on us all you like. It just makes you seem small. So I forgot this is going to be the part called Sausage Fest. Hot dogs, buns, and endless puns as the Islanders take part in a saucy challenge. Oh my goodness. Welcome back to Love Island, where a bit of sun cream doesn't keep the heat off. You're too attractive for your own good, you know. The Islanders are getting to know their new partners. And there's no better way to bond than over sausages. Do you want to grind or stuff? I really hope no one takes that out of context. You can't tell, but I'm winking at you. Who will be a banger and who will be the mash? But first, Jade needs a look for the big challenge. I have never been more tempted for anything in my whole life. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy the weenie costume. I look good enough to eat. Crikey, that's a big hot dog. Thankfully, there's a massive bottle of ketchup to go with it. We debated whether this was too much. Then we realized no one was gonna buy the inflatables off us, so we may as well use them. As everyone approaches the challenge area, you take in the sight of a huge hot dog and ketchup bottle. There are 6 tables, each has a strange hand crank and 2 tubs resting on them. What on earth are you wearing? What do you know? Yusuf's look is incredibly suspicious. I like the big sausage look. It's chill. Got to be honest, guys, I've got no idea what this means. What are we meant to do with a giant hot dog? It doesn't feel as spicy as the last challenge. I don't know, that could be a pretty spicy sausage. Bruno waggles his eyebrows at everyone. Angie sighs and looks to the sky. No. Okay, he chuckles to himself. The sound of a phone going off gets everyone's attention. I got a text. Islanders, it's time to put your culinary skills to the test. You must mix, grind and stuff as many hot dogs as you can in 2 minutes. Angie will judge the batches on look and quantity. Then she will put 2 couples through to the second round. Hashtag sausage fest. Hashtag island grind. So much power. I think this just might go to my head. Bruno grins. I love a meaty challenge. I get really dogged about winning. I hope I don't hog the spotlight, but I'm definitely coming out with a banger. Bruno is piling on the puns. I'm gonna join in. Careful, Bruno. You could lose. Then you'd be telling porkies. Bruno chuckles and Tom lets out a scoff. I'm sorry, that was actually quite good. When will this nightmare end? I've got another text. Islanders, the game doesn't end there. The losing couples must cook all of the hot dogs, load the sausages into the buns on the tray and cover them in sauce. Once they are all covered, you must feed your partner as many as possible. The couple with the most hot dog consumed will be the winners of Sausage Fest. Please let me not have to use the stove. Mon Dieu, my swimwear is never going to survive this. The winning couple will be rewarded with a fabulous rooftop date tomorrow. Hashtag get grinding. Hashtag saucy. Your time starts now. Come on, Kobe. Juliet goes hurtling from the group, securing a table. She's already loading a case onto the grinder. Kobe dashes forwards to join her. To victory! Everyone hurries to free tables. Tom grabs your hand and starts running too. You reach a free table and have the challenge equipment spread out before you. One tub contains yards of sausage casing and safety scissors. The other, much bigger tub, contains pounds of hot dog dough. Do you want to grind or stuff? I'll stuff. I'll stuff. I feel more confident filling the case. I've got really steady hands. I do like a firm grip. Good. You can be on stuffing duty. Amazing. Let's fill these hogs. Tom starts feeding hot dog dough into the top of the grinder and furiously turning the crank. You steadily guide the mixture into the cases. Then you turn the sausage links in your hands to pinch them off and snip them. This hot dog dough feels so wet. Why is this moist? Smells like wet dog. I will disqualify you. You hear Bruno cackling louder than anyone else. Najuma and Yusuf are bickering. Her hands are filled with hot dog dough. Ah, get it. Your nails are nicer than mine. I'm not touching that. Why is it wet? You have to do one or the other. Yusuf shivers and picks up a hot dog case. Okay, I will hold the sheath. Kobe and Juliet are efficiently pumping out sausages. They both look very determined. We've got this. We're laughing all the way to the bank. The piggy bank! Will appears to be in some sort of trance. A very long sausage is being fed through his hands. Slow and steady wins the race. I don't know if it should be like this. No, this feels right. We're making the long dog. Tabi giggles and goes to hide her face. She stops and gasps, having almost stuck her nose in the squishy dough. Tom snorts and mutters to himself, the long dog. Let's have a little fun with Tom. I'm gonna maintain strong eye contact. You catch Tom's gaze, but you keep turning and sniffing links without looking. Tom tries to hold your intense eye contact, but can't take the heat. He looks away laughing and fumbles some dough onto the floor. I was always bad at staring contests. You're a good sport. Thanks, it's fun to be silly, isn't it? I've always thought so. He smiles at you, a much softer look in his eyes than before. I've got a text. Islanders, step away from the hot dogs, and you will now decide on 3 winning pairs. All couples not selected must then proceed to the kitchen to cook the sausages for the last part of the challenge. Time's up, everyone. Let's have a butcher's. Nice one, Ange. Oh no, what have I done? The Islanders stop working at their grinders and lay out the sausages they've made on the tables. I've got a good feeling about this, babe. Bruno and Cora's sausages are thick, too thick. One suddenly pops at the seams. 2 more burst as Bruno looks on in horror. My sausages! Will and Tabi proudly lay out one incredibly long sausage. They have to curl it around several times to fit the whole creation on the table. Our hot dog must be longer than a bus. We are happy to present the long dog. I'm a big fan of the long dog. Will winks at Tom. Someone with taste. Yusuf is trying to position a single very well made sausage to best show off its perfection. Where are the rest of your sausages? One good sausage is better than 1,000 poor ones. Are you implying something about our sausages? Not at all. Ours is simply better. Angie closely studies Will and Tabi's very long sausage. Guys, I love the dedication, but this is way too big to go into any bun. You've got us there. But the important thing is that we made this masterpiece together. What about our dedication, Ange? Bruno, love, you're not winning based on that exploded mess. Bruno crosses his arms and pouts. And Yusuf, you can't just make one sausage and call it art. It's not my fault, you're all uncultured. I'm gonna have to give this round to Jade, Tom, Juliet, and Kobe. The rest of you can go to the kitchen. I'll be supervising. Juliet and Kobe jump up and down, cheering. We did it! Go team, Juliet! I don't think I like that, but I'm too gassed to care. Tom turns to you, grinning. We're top dogs. The tip-toppest hot dogs. Everyone else moves away from the platform, headed for the kitchen with armfuls of hot dogs. Except for Will and Tabi, who carry the single long sausage between them. We return to a fabulous sunny day at this year's Sausage Fest. The hot dogs are steamed, sealed, and ready to be covered in mustard. Sounds like me inside this shed. I wonder who I have to ask for air conditioning. The Islanders form a crowd to watch the second round as you get into your positions. On the tables there are 2 trays covered in hot dog buns. There are bottles of ketchup and mustard next to the trays. Kobe is slipping on goggles and Juliet is shaking the ketchup bottles. It's like she's trying to make a tomato cocktail. Bruno and James each carry big mixing bowls of cooked sausages. James comes over to your table and sets down his bowl of hot dogs. How come you're doing that? I lost an arm wrestle to Tabi. Oh, remind me to never play tug of war against her. James sighs and nods, rubbing at his bicep. She's way stronger than she looks. And she looks pretty strong. James hurries back to watch by the other Islanders. You and Tom start transferring the sausages from the bowl into buns. Hey, do you fancy being the feeder or the squirter? What do I want to do this round? I think I want to feed them to Tom. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. I'll hold the hot dogs. You don't want me trying to aim. What's so wrong with your aim? I couldn't hit the side of a parked bus with an egg. Alright, that's a stunning advert for your lack of skills. I'll do the condiments. You hold the hot dogs and then feed them to me. Deal? Deal. You pick up the tray, sliding the strap behind your neck. I must look like a hot dog vendor at a baseball game. You slip the goggles onto your head and they twang as they snap into place. A sexy hot dog? A what? I said that out loud. You lock eyes and burst into giggles. You hurry over to a spot on the platform marked with an X. Kobe spots you moving and runs over too. Islanders, on your marks. Get your sauces up. Tom gets into place opposite you, a ketchup and mustard bottle in each hand. Juliet takes her spot too. You give Tom a goofy grin. Your smile's great, but you'll get ketchup in your mouth. Good call. How do I get the best hot dog coverage? I don't know. I wish I knew. I think maybe crouch low. That sauce is gonna arch as it travels. I should crouch. You drop into a crab stance, the tray above your head. The sauce waterfall begins. You feel condiments slapping onto the tray and see splashes hitting the platform around you. Not a drop on me. Yes, Jade. Juliet is firing like a saucy sprinkler. Kobe angling his tray around to catch the falling condiment. Give him the mustard. Look at her go. Aim for the feet. Play dirty. I've never seen Will like this. Come and feed me. You spring up, balancing your saucy sausages and run over to Tom. Kobe comes charging over, slipping in a puddle of mustard but not falling over. A few hot dogs fly from his tray and nail Will on the head. My hair! Poor Will. Feed me, Seymour. No time to feel bad. How am I going to feed Tom? I do think one at a time is probably the best, but I'm going to say stuff him. You and Tom work to stuff his cheeks with hot dogs like a giant squirrel. As hot dogs vanish by the bucket, you hear the others cheering. Go on, you absolute animal. I've got a text. Islanders, your time is up. Please put the hot dogs down and wait for a verdict. You, Tom, Kobe and Juliet stand waiting expectantly, splashed in sauce and exhausted. The winners of Sausage Fest are Jade and Tom. A romantic rooftop date is yours to claim tonight. I thought it was supposed to be tomorrow. Oh well. Amazing, we did it. Rooftop, here we come. Until then, Jade and Tom may have the first shower. Hashtag Sausage Fest. Hashtag clean at last. Oh, I can change. Thank you. I would quite like to change into my holographic swimsuit again. Thank you. Ooh, who is she? A fox? Jade and Tom are badly in need of a wash. They've got mustard where no person should ever have mustard, and ketchup in their unmentionables. You both tried your best not to get covered in condiments, but you failed. I think I've got ketchup between my toes. I don't want to think about where that ketchup's went. Time for a scrub it up, as old McWalsh used to say. Excuse me, who? What? McWalsh was the rugby coach at St. Giles. He'd tell us to go for a good scrub it up, chaps. You all stink after training or a match. You are so posh. Tom gives you an unsure laugh as he steps into the shower. You should hear what he'd say when we lost a match. Must be pretty rude if he's not saying. You step into the shower behind Tom and he turns on the water. How will we get clean? Excuse me? I'm gonna focus on myself, thank you. You splash shower gel onto your loofah and get to work. I don't want this. There's ketchup in your armpits, somehow, and clumps of bread stuck in your hair. You get your hair soaking wet and massage shampoo deep into your roots. As you and Tom vigorously remove the hot dog debris, he gets a thoughtful look. That was brilliant. I was a bit worried about ruining my top, but once we were into it, I realised I didn't care all that much about swimwear. I was having far too good a time. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I was doing the challenge with Tom. I had a lot of fun too. I really liked the challenge. I get quite competitive. I get that. I never thought I'd be so invested in hot dogs. Sometimes we even surprise ourselves. I've not done that too much. You've got plenty of time. Today was just the start. You're right. A summer to surprise myself. I'm glad I chose you, Jade. You and Tom have drifted closer, your bodies a few inches apart. Why? You see Tom swallow and his eyes drift to your lips. I think it's time to get out. He slides by you, making to leave the shower, but the air between you is still charged. You turn off the water and watch as he begins to dry himself, his gaze lingering on you. You step out of the shower and your body is close to his again. His lips part slightly and he leans in a little. Do I want to kiss Tom? Not really. To be honest. Tom pauses for a moment. Okay, I respect that. I'm gonna go towel off and put some deodorant on. There's still a lingering hot dog smell. Tom leaves the bathroom. A few moments pass as you soak in the atmosphere left behind. Will comes jogging into the bathroom and heads straight into the shower. He doesn't even notice you. He's splattered in mustard and ketchup. There are bits of hot dog and bun in his hair. The shower blasts into life as you start to leave the bathroom. How is it everywhere? My hair is never going to recover. Will sounds like he's having a terrible time in there. Should I offer to help? It's none of my business. Am I sure I don't want to help Will? Might be a chance to chat. Should I leave him to it? He's fine. Maybe on another playthrough though. You carry on out of the bathroom. The islanders are lounging on the beanbags. Everyone has managed to clean off the remnants of the sausage fest. The night is cool and the feeling is relaxed. So I said I didn't want to go to Archie's again. Wait a second, Archie's on Canal Street. Yeah, you know it? I'm from Manchester and not straight. Of course I know Archie's. I've always liked it, but it's such a boys' club. I know. I like to get away from that and over to the Fox when I can. Yes, I swear lesbian bars are an endangered species. I can't believe I've never seen you in the Fox. Small world, eh? Look me up next time you're out and we'll have a great night. You're on. We'll paint the town pink. I didn't even know lesbian bars were a thing. Najima grins at Cora and they chuckle. What? What's so funny? You smile as easy conversations continue around you. Your fingers are lightly interlaced with Tom's. Why? I mean, I'm not one to badmouth Fusebox, but I really feel like they're trying to force something here. I reckon Tarby could bench press me. Is that something you think about a lot? Yeah, but not just about Tarby. I like to think, who could lift me up? Who could I lift up? I reckon I could lift you up. You can pick me up, Bruno. We should have a competition where we lift people up. Yeah, who can pick up the most islanders at once? I'll pick up Will. I'd like to see you try. Najima rolls her eyes. You're easy to pick up. It's keeping you that's hard. Everyone laughs and Will pouts. Juliet catches your eye. What's she up to? Juliet loudly clears her throat and waits for all the eyes to turn to her. Oh no, don't do this here. I have something I'd like to share. In the spirit of openness and honesty, I saw Jade and Bruno having a chat after the recoupling. They were very close and very flirty. I don't think that's the healthiest way to start a new relationship. And I'm not sure how to say this nicely, so I'll say it like I saw it. Jade and Bruno sneaked away from the kitchen together. I didn't see them again until we were all going to bed. Tom lets your hand slip from his. Is this true? Yes, I'm sorry, but it is. I don't understand. We hadn't even gotten any time to know each other and you were right back with Bruno. I know I haven't been here very long, but it doesn't feel nice to sit here and be embarrassed like this. Tom's eyes are wet. The other islanders watch you and Tom in shock. Bruno seems very embarrassed and won't meet your eye. I promise I wasn't trying to cause drama. I want what's best for everyone. Juliet has stuck her nose in my business. She needs a telling off. But who asked you for your help? No. Tell me. Open up a map and show me where anyone asked for your opinion. Juliet gasps, but then puts on a wide smile that doesn't reach her eye. Whoa, you're being pretty hostile right now. That's the idea, babe. Easy, Jade, you don't want to go too far. Let the ladies speak. I want to hear where this is headed. Then sell in, Najuma-han. Look, Juliet, you've got all this cheerful advice and it's always when no one wants to hear it. Juliet straightens her body up, any ease she had disappearing. People aren't always ready to hear the truth. Who made it your job to tell them? Your followers? It's normal to act out when you're faced with things you don't want to hear. She's trying to life coach her way out of this. I'm gonna go all out. Nah, Juliet, I just don't want to hear it from you. With your no credentials and endless enthusiasm, is there a psychology degree? A counseling certificate? And no, the one you got online after a day doesn't count. Why am I being talked down to by Captain Good Vibes? Juliet's expression shatters. Her wide smile swept from her face. Please, can anyone explain? Najuma looks positively delighted. I'm going to remove myself from this conversation. You were so determined on hearing how I communicate. Don't you like it? Yusuf snorts. Juliet is open-mouthed. She looks dumbstruck. For once, she has nothing to say. Do you want to get out of here? Yeah, seems like the right time. You and Tom stand up together and make your way from the beanbags towards the villa. It started with sausages and ended in tears. This is the end of a high school play all over again. Mrs. Dorset, if you hear this, please forgive me. Yes, I studied theatre, that shouldn't surprise any of you. Next time, Jade and Tom have a rooftop getaway. We've got food, drink, and some time to ourselves. Wouldn't want it to go to waste. And the new bond is tested on the terrace. You are now banished from my creative quarter. All this and more on Love Island. So, that happened. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did you go in on Juliet? Did you get in the shower with Will? Please let me know. I must know. Thank you so much to everyone for watching this video, for clicking on it. If you've given it a like, thank you so much. If you haven't yet, please do consider giving this video a like and subscribe to see more Love Island content, and hit that notification bell to know whenever I post a video. Thank you so much again for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Please let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next part. Goodbye, everyone.